I'm Christina.
I'm Ebong.
And I'm Kate, and today we are dishing with you from Napoleon Bistro Lounge, located at 1847 Columbia Road in Adams Morgan.
Our guest today is Samantha Dredge, the lead female vocalist of the very popular local band Sick Feed. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Sure.
Happy to be here.
Thanks. When did you first get into music and how?
Well, I would say I have always loved music. I don't really remember a time in my life where I didn't want to learn an instrument.
All musicians say that. They all say that.
Was there music in your house growing up?
Yes.
Yeah, mine too.
My
I was in the
parents-
womb listening to music. It's great. It's
That's
so
why you're so
started.
jazzy.
Sorry, continue.
I probably was too. My parents were both very, my dad plays guitar and,
Sure.
and my brother actually plays as well.
Funny, so did my dad and brother too.
It's a musical family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
But what's
inspired me.
really interesting about it is that you obviously didn't come to DC to be a musician. You actually had a very serious day job and decided to be in a band at night, which is something we see in DC a lot.
Right.
But how do you juxtapose those two?
Well, let me clarify also that all of the band members have serious jobs.
What is
ranging
your serious
from-
job? Very
I'm
serious. Very
I
serious.
am
Very
a
serious.
strategic communications consultant.
Ooh, that is serious.
It sounds really cool.
It is.
And it is cool. I love my job. I work for Fuzal in Hamilton.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh, cool.
another band member is actually going to be joining the firm as well soon. But we have
Oh,
an
a little
engineer.
musical nepotism?
I may or may not.
So tell us a little bit about the band. How did you come up with the name Sick Feed? What does that mean exactly?
Actually, we get asked that a lot. And
I wonder why.
Right. One night at Smith Point.
I've heard anything from 6 feet to, 6 feet. They don't understand what it is really, but we started in 07, March of 07, and a couple of our friends, we'd thrown around a few band names, and we didn't even know if we'd be performing live or not. We started, our first gig was in a friend's basement at a birthday party, and so we've come quite a way, but the name originally, two of our guitarist members played football and played sports at Yale, and I guess at school it was a big thing that they had their dining hall. They had their dinner time was like their feed, like they called it a sick feed.
Actually, I did the same. Yeah, Groton. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you can tell. So
Yep.
I attribute to their college, a phrase that was common to them, and also I guess like a cross term, like if you feed.
Lax.
So sick is a
Sick
good
lax.
thing.
Sick
So
lax.
sick
And a
is a good
feed is a
thing.
meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. So,
So
do
what-
you all do your own? You cover songs, or you sing your own songs? You come up with your own?
We are primarily a cover band.
Okay.
We are working on some originals, but we have so much fun. I feel like the crowd feeds off
The sick feed.
Very funny.
feeds off of our, songs that they know they can sing along with. I think we've kind of built a trademark of having songs that people just enjoy, and anywhere ranging from 80s to
What's your most
YouTube.
popular cover song that the crowd usually loves? Because I've heard you guys are everywhere. So
Yeah.
Thanks. I guess when we unveiled Lady Gaga, we did Just Dance in February. We had a show at the Corcoran in Calivart, and we played the Some Gallo,
Remember that.
some others might meet. And I just remember playing that, and a couple of my girlfriends were in the front row, and everyone just went bonkers, and I was loving it. Like their energy was contagious.
Can I ask you about a very specific concert? Sure. I've heard reports that you both played, that Sick Feed played a Bush Twins birthday party at the White House. I want to ask, what was that like?
I played at the White House.
Yeah, they did a couple years ago.
I knew you played for the Twins, but I didn't know you played at the White House.
It's like
Who
a
is the
secret
White House
July
band?
4th party. I think.
I have pictures if you ever want to come over and see them sometime. But
Okay.
they invited us to play a show at the White House, which was just a party for them, a kind of a midsummer party, and it was an incredible experience. Just especially, I'd worked there. I actually used to work for the Bush administration. I worked at the White House for a while.
More musical nepotism.
So going back, as an outsider now, and wearing one of those the tag and just feeling it was surreal.
So I was going to ask you your favorite places to play in the city, but I think that one probably tops the list.
Yeah, that does everything.
Do you have any non-White House venues that you might let us know about?
Yeah, absolutely. We've played a bunch at the Rookery and on Pennsylvania Ave and at Gin and Tonic in Glover Park. These are more the pub, just generic shows. But we've also done a lot of charity events, and we have a couple upcoming shows at two venues we have not played. One is the Sphinx Club for the St. Jude's Blues Ball on November 7th, so that's
Okay.
coming up. And we have the Halloween party as well that I think is being thrown on Halloween appropriately.
Are you gonna wear
The
costumes?
City Building Museum, which will be great.
Oh, wow.
on Halloween. And yes, we'll have some neat costumes. We haven't actually picked up an exact theme yet, but we kind of go out for every show. We have costumes of all sorts on just ordinary days.
So do you have any other shows sooner than October 31st or Halloween?
We just played a gig, actually. We played a show on Friday night, and so that was, I guess it's the last one until Halloween. We had a couple members traveling and such.
What's your favorite part of the show? Do you like the first 3 songs? Do you like right after the set break? Do you like the finales, or even afterwards?
You know, I have to say, I love the whole thing. Obviously, from start to finish. And we're one of the few bands who we rarely take a set break, so we'll continue.
Wow.
We'll play continuously for 2.
That's why you lost
2
your
hours.
voice.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little raspy.
It's okay though. I like it. I think it's beautiful too.
Thank you. It's usually much clearer, but so that was on Friday night. But I would say my favorite part of the show is probably the beginning when you're building, you're trying to build momentum, and everybody's kind of picking and choosing their favorites, and we have a set list that we try and adhere to, but a few times we will wander off and.
So what's your favorite, or actually what's the crowd's favorite? So I know you have a set list, and occasionally you said you'll deviate. So do you have a situation where the crowd goes nuts and they say, we want this, and that happens on a regular basis?
Yeah, well, we've had a lot of the crowd interaction is great, and that's another thing that keeps
Everyone
us.
loves Journey.
Oh,
Right.
Journey's amazing.
Yeah, that's true, that's true, that's
so,
true.
So we get that a lot, and we try to save that to the end of the show. We play
Right.
"Don't Stop Believing,"
Yeah.
which is a local favorite, and
Anything you don't play? Anything you won't play?
Yeah, is there anything you won't play?
Elevator music?
Well,
And
we're
you
trying
know
to
we're gonna
stay-
come and we're gonna request
Right.
that for the next
Michael
show.
Bolton? I'm
Totally.
gonna come and scream Michael
Or
Bolton.
like Freebird?
I've had
Or
people ask us to do shout, and I feel that we want to stay away from the wedding band stigma. We don't want to just
Sure.
be a wedding
Wedding
band.
singers and
But how do you okay, so if you've got to be Lady Gaga at one moment, and I mean, who knows who the next, how do you change your voice to be able to sing those songs? Or do you try to sound like them, or you just try to sound like Samantha Dredge?
I find that with different songs, you can spin them. I'm a big fan of American Idol. Don't make fun of me, but
I won't make fun of you.
Everyone
I'm
loves
sorry.
American
No,
Idol,
I
don't
watch
they?
it.
I'm addicted.
The first
and-
2
Okay, I can make fun of everyone.
Yeah, it's fine. Make fun of it.
And when that comes around,
Stop
I'm like,
after.
I take notes on, not take notes, just a mental note on how these, aspiring artists transform their own voices and are able to kind of, I've never taken vocal lessons, and so
Oh, wow.
people say it's all about the breathing, so I try and work on that a little bit and just warm up properly. And if
Your
I sound
colleagues-
anything like Lady Gaga or Kelly Clarkson, that's the best, best thing I could possibly imagine. So.
Do your colleagues know you have this secret double life? Like, do you come in on sort of Friday mornings like a little groggy and like,
Raspy voice.
At first, I tried to keep it very much under wraps, and it just kind of exploded. And people were like, "What are you doing this weekend?" And of course, I would tell a couple friends, and then a
can't
couple,
help it.
the whole office would show up to the next show, and it was awesome to have that support and that people really were interested in and embraced it rather than being like, "Oh, this girl's a band
Right.
girl,"
Well, if they didn't know about it, they certainly do now. We thank you so much for coming on and telling us about this secret double life, because I don't know what it's like to be the chick in the band, but now you do. Now we all do. Thanks so much for joining us, Sam. And as always, thank you so much for joining us. Check us out right here next time on The District Dish.